Your Shopify chatbot already comes with a bunch of tools. For example, order status tracking, collecting leads, or routing a customer to a specific support contact. But sometimes immediate action is required. For example, if a customer just placed an order but needs to change the shipping address, or if they want to cancel an order. In these cases, it would come in handy if the AI could take direct action without the need for you to clean up all of this mess afterwards. And how this can be done with Flyweight AI, I want to show you now. The easiest way is to grant the AI order edit rights. And how this can be done, I will show you on the routings page. We are switching and we are taking first a look at the current setup. The current setup is just a routing to an email address. So if a customer is asking, hey, I want to change, for example, my shipping address, then this email address will be outputted and the customer needs to write an email to this address, which is way too complicated, and we want to completely automate it now so the AI takes over the entire process. And for that, we can scroll up to the new AI-powered order management section, which will allow to grant permissions. We will click on that, and on the next screen, Shopify will present us with the option to actually give permissions to edit orders from the last 60 days. So we are granting this permission and we are switching back to the routings page. And now we have the option, if we go back to the routing for order change, we have the option now to select show form to find orders and perform changes via the Shopify API. There's also an option to select Shopify Flow, which I will show in the second part of this video. But for now, we are concentrating only on directly allowing the AI to edit the order. So we are selecting the Shopify API. We now also need to select form fields because there needs to be a way to authenticate that the customer is actually the one which did the purchase. So in our case is with email address and zip code, but of course you can also change to any of these other form verifications. I will keep it just like that. And we can also remove the custom instruction from down there because this one is not needed anymore. Now we click save and we are switching to our demonstration store. And I will just enter, I forgot to include my host number. So the AI chat will now show us the form we defined before for verification with the email address and the zip code. And we have prepared an example with an actual missing house number. So we want to update this one. I'm copying the email address and I'm entering the zip code. So the verification can be done and the system can check if this order is still unfulfilled. This is the case. So now we can update the order by providing all of the information, including, of course, the missing house number. So we will switch here. I will copy the shipping address and I will just add the missing house number and press enter. With that, all informations are available and the AI chat can now trigger the Shopify API to actually update the order information. Boom, that sounds great. The update is done. We can switch back to our order and click refresh. And now we can see here that the shipping address was actually updated. And we can also see that there was a note added with a reference to the chat session. And if you scroll down here a bit, also the timeline shows that the Flyweight AI chatbot directly updated this order. The same is also possible for order cancellations. So just so you've seen, you can also go here and select the update, in this case the cancel, via the Shopify API. For those who say, okay, I don't want to give order edit rights to the AI, it's also possible to use Shopify Flow, especially for canceling orders. So I want to show you this second example now. For this case, you don't need to grant the AI access to order edit. So we can go up here and we can say revoke because Shopify Flow has all of the permissions and we are just triggering a new flow. I will open the Shopify Flow app. In general, Shopify Flow allows to connect a lot of different apps with each other and trigger events and handle events and do checks and everything. So we will use that to our advantage. I'm just creating a new workflow. I will say select a trigger And I'm going to select the order cancel routing triggered here. Everything will now be handled inside of Shopify Flow. And we can say, for example, we could add a condition, check some of the order fields, or we can just take an action. In this case, we will directly take the action order cancel, which is available here as well. And as you can see, the order object and everything is directly available. So we don't need to select anything. We can just say, okay, send the customer notification, do a refund and restock the items. And we can say turn on the workflow. So this means whenever this routing is triggered, the Shopify Flow will be executed. So let's give this a try. I will just open a new window with our store and start a new chat session. And we will say in this case, I want to cancel my order. And again, the form will display with email and zip code to verify our order. We can switch to our example order, and I'm just going to copy the email address again and entering the zip code. And in this case, we don't want to change, we just want to cancel the order. So the AI chat will now check everything. It's not yet fulfilled, so it can be still canceled. And it has just triggered the cancellation process, which means Flow was now triggered. And if we go back to the order and click on refresh, we can see that the order was canceled. And this time, and this is really important, you can't see the Flyweight AI chat here because it was not running through the chatbot app. It was directly canceled from Flow. So the chat app just triggered the Flow. And if we go to the Shopify Flow and we click here on cancel, and I think we can also show the details down here, we can see that there was a run just now and it updated our order. So I hope this video helped you to learn more about the new tools. And if any questions come up, just reach out to us. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.